My son-in-law had been in the hospital about a week and a half, a little over a week, or they'd been on the Immunocal. He'd been in the hospital a little longer. And my mom called and said, your aunt just had cancer surgery in Florida. And I go, which aunt? Because I got several. So I said, let me call down and see if anyone's at the house. And my cousin answered the phone. And she said, yes, they just did surgery yesterday. She got where she couldn't eat or pass anything. We took her in, they did a CAT scan, and she had a mass in her colon. So they took her right into surgery. They removed a tumor in 18 inches of her colon. They said that when they come out that they got all the colon cancer. That's the good news. But they said you need to bring hospice in. She's got liver cancer, she's got lung cancer, and in her neck they said all her lymph nodes were cancer. So they said you need to get hospice in. She doesn't have long. So I told my cousin, I said, I was told about a product called Immunocal. We've got my son-in-law on it because they've given him, realistically, they said he only had 2 weeks to live. Now he said he's only been on it a little over a week, but he's feeling better. He's able to get up out of bed. He's got strength coming back. So I said, I don't know what the result will be, but you might want to try it. She said, it's worth anything to try it. She ordered it. Well, 2 weeks later, my uncle called me. He's almost in tears, thanking me for telling him about it. He said, Tim, I think your aunt is going to live. Thank you for telling us about it. He said her color has come back. She's getting up and walking around. She's eating again. And they told us she would probably be dead within 2 weeks. 5 weeks after she started on the Immunocal, my aunt went back to the oncologist. They did a CAT scan of her and sent her home. And now my cousin said when they walked in, one of the doctors was in the hallway and seen her walk in. She said his jaw dropped down. I mean, they expected her to be carried in or see her in the hospital. And here she is walking in looking good. So they called her that evening or that afternoon and said, we need you to come back for an MRI. Something is going on with your tumors. So she went back the next day. I said, call me when they call you with the results. My cousin called me that night, and she said the results of the MRI were her lung tumors are totally gone. What they saw in the CAT scan was scar tissue where they had been. And they said her lymph nodes were totally free of cancer. She'd had 3 large tumors on her liver. 2 were totally gone, the other was dramatically shrunk down. Well, they wanted to do chemo on her right away. She said no, and she just continued to take the Immunocal. So I've had in my immediate family, my aunt, son-in-law, 2 real big experiences with what this has done for cancer.